this doll have some spirit life. She has some hatred. She tried to do some cruel things to other people. Hello, my name is B. I've been called Ghost Ambassador. I'm a volunteer and I do a community service for the Age Temple. It depends on what you define, or you can have a definition of ghost. Maybe it's different from your point of view and my point of view. Maybe I'll explain in my opinion. If we talk about the spirit, in my opinion, is just a consciousness of people that we call spirit. So if you talk about the ghost, that when people clinging to something that they think that belong to them, that's we call ghost. I can't remember, but my mom told me many years ago when I was young, we have some ritual. Every time when we give some food to the we call hungry ghost, I was running to talk to my mom that I've seen a lot of people come and eat some food that we gave. That what my mother told me. Yeah. It's not about a gift or any I don't know, special ability or something like that. I think anyone can do it. Some people can see through things. Some people can hear from the past. Some people know the future. It's just when you practice to do some meditation. It's nothing special, and it's not about the gift. Usually when people see something, feel something, or hear something that they can explain, and then they think that's some paranormal activity, something like that. Most of activities that happen is about when they compound every single feeling, the nature of knowing, that they make it happen, make them and call this ghost or some spirit. So most of the activities happen is not about the ghost at all. It's so difficult to explain because in my opinion, the ghost, we call the ghost, you cannot see them with your eyes, your ears, or some nothing like that. Or maybe that thing that appear in front of you because your mind is connected to them with a reason. I know you understand that.
Trying to.
Okay. The hardest thing that we're dealing with is not about the ghost, but the hardest thing is to deal with the people. We have two kinds of people. One is who believe, and the other one is non-believer. But however, the people who don't believe in suspicious things like this, it doesn't matter, and I don't want to convince them to believe. But the other side, the people who believe, when they think that gods or some angel can help them by doing some praying, asking for help, and they have to return them with some gift. They not understand that actually their life is gonna be better by themselves, not something that they can see and maybe they don't exist. If you said the word help, maybe just start like around 8 or 9 years ago. Before that, it's nothing about help. It's just about make money. One day, I met some people that they work for the church. So they asked me to do some, I know we call business. That's the first time in one country in Europe. But the first case is nothing about the ghost. It's about her family asked the church to find someone to help them about like some ghosts get into their daughter. I went to their house and like I tried to say that it's a holy water to help this person awake, something like that. It's kind of ritual to make people awake from whatever in the delusion that happened to them at that time. And then when I asked her family go away, and I tried to talk to this girl, and finally I found out that the problem is nothing about the ghost, but it's something in her mind that she thought that her family convinced her to do everything in her life. So it's kind of she made some feeling. She made something that she thought that the ghost and control her body whenever she fell down. Okay, one of the cases that I deal with is about a year ago, maybe. One guy, he committed suicide. He has some depression, and when he died, his family worry about the 4 dolls. This is one of the 4. In Thailand, we have some special belief about the doll that can contain some spirit inside of the doll, something like that. People take the doll to do some ritual to make this doll have some spirit life or some kind of ghost, something like that. And she has some hatred in her mind, and she tried to do some cruel things to other people. So his family gave it to me. I'm raising money to help the HIV patient. It's not just about the HIV patient, but the people who affect from the AIDS, such as the orphan, the elderly people who was abandoned from the family. From now on, like we have a better of drug that we can extend the patient's life. But the problem is when they live longer, we have to create the jobs for them, education for them, or maybe they can return back to their family and live the normal life. So some people call the AIDS temple or the city of AIDS or whatever. That's because around 30 years ago, when the first HIV patient came to the monastery and ask for help. And then the monk helped him because he was abandoned from his family. This monastery is one of the most popular. It's about when we're talking about the AIDS in Thailand. If you understand in our life is about the suffering, that is the truth. If we're seeking something that not really exists, that is delusion. For example, like we're seeking for happiness, that's not gonna happen. You cannot see the happiness, the real happiness. But if you focus on we call the right view, you will understand that the life is just a suffering, the cause of suffering, the end of suffering, and the way to the end of suffering. That if we understand the whole concept of this, you will understand the nature of life, and finally you can end of the suffering, because you understand that not think or not try anything that you don't have to.
Coconuts TV.